Second league of the day, playing through some 4-color Death Shadow. Basically, Jund just splashing blue for Stubborn Denial. Some of the hardest matchups that you have are matchups against like unfair non-creature spells where you just don't have the ability to say no. So we're kind of hoping Stubborn Denial is going to act as a little bit of a bridge there. Gives us some extra cards to utilize against like Burn against... Let's flip Goldfish. We can kind of show... It's easy to say things. It's better to show them. So it's reasonable against Murktide. Not so great against Omnath. Good against Hammer Time, Burn, Living End. Great against Tron, Footfalls, Blue-White Control. Just having that ability to say no to some troublesome things. So we just basically took the Jund Shell, cut the Dothies for like 3 Stubborn Denial and 1 Unholy Heat, which we could probably honestly keep like a Dothie in. Let's actually do that. Let's keep a Dothie in. Doesn't enable Stubborn Denial, but still just good. And sideboard, we added 2 Flusterstorm, Spell Pierce, and the extra Stubborn Denial. Maybe I want to make some of these Mystical Disputes instead. A little bit better against like Murktide. Let's go like that. So we'll update Stream Decker real quick while we go ahead and jump into our league. Load, browse, Sriracha Sultai. All right, let's see what we got. But one of my biggest pet peeves with Death Shadow recently is it's felt like we've lost that ability to fight against the unfair non-creature combo decks that Grixis Shadow used to be known to like prey upon. Just not having access to like Stubborn Denial, Ferocious Threats. So now a lot of your interaction costs like 2 mana. Drowned in the Lock. So kind of hoping we can hit that sweet spot of still being like a good proactive Shadow deck while still having the ability to fight some of the things like Living End, Temur Rhinos. It's getting dark in here. There. Now hopefully I look a little bit less like a ghost. Add less. Microscopic amounts less. No! Why is our matchmaking failing? I don't want the matchmaking to fail. I want to find an opponent. Somewhere. Alright, now I just need you to stick around and play against me. Got Ragavan. And it's pretty bad. I think I'm going to ship it for something more proactive. Like, Ragavan's good on 1, but Battle Rage is pretty much dead. Bobbles, a toss-up. Alright, this is better. Just ditch the extra Ragavan. Say go. So we get like Steam Vents on 1 to play Ragavan. And then if we find another fetch, we can get Overgrown Tomb. That gets Wrenn and 6 down. And it's deciding whether or not to keep on 5. You got Amulet Titan. Alright, so that means I can go Blood Crypt, Breeding Pool, get my colors online. Gonna make a construct or got 3-drop. Alright, so they can play a Titan next turn, which is pretty terrifying. So let's go attack with Ragavan. And the hope is that our opponent doesn't block and we just get to go like Fetch, Shock, Ren. Like they're going to. Gotta kill you. So they can float mana, go get an amulet, play a bounce land, float 4, cast a Summoner's Pact. We stub the Summoner's Pact. They pay 1, so they can't play a Titan this turn. My hope is that they just don't have, like, actual Titan. Just Summoner's Pact. Breeding Pool. Would you like to pay 1 more for that? Just a lowly 1 more. Would not. So they have actual Titan. Oh, they just have second Summoner's Pact. So their hand was Saga, Amulet, Bounce Land, Dryad, Summoner's Pact. Ugh. Brutal. Old turn 3 Titan kill through interaction. Bring in a bunch of this boring stuff. Definitely one of the matchups that not having the playset at Dolthies looks a lot worse. A lot of times I board out like one land against things like Tron and Amulet if I don't have much I want to bring in, or if I don't have much I want to bring out compared to what I want to bring in. Just because, like, if you flood out in the matchup, you're dying anyway, so might as well try to take that part out of the equation. What do I want to see? Like, Ragavan, Thoughtseize, Shadow, Terminate, two fetches, Street Wraith, something like that. Them not have turn 1 Arboreal Grazer. Close. So how different would that game have looked if we had run the white splash instead of the blue? Would have had Prismatic Ending instead of Stubborn Denial. So Pending could have hit the Amulet or the Urza's Saga. And Pending hit an Urza's Saga. It's not like non-land. Yeah, it is non-land, so it can only hit the Amulet. Got the Grazer. Okay. March is the one that hits Saga, right? Right. All right. Okay. You out of there. Get down Shadow. Can't play a Titan this turn if they do draw one. And play a Dryad. Play out the Turok. Okay. Yep, Seiju. Got it. And that does it, right? Red, black. Yeah. Alright, we're drawing just curiosity. Good stuff. Alright, on the draw. Shave a Ragavan for an EE. Well, do I want to do that? Would I rather shave the Ragavan for Rin, Stub? It does just hit Summoner's Pact if I've got a Ferocious guy. Saw something the other day that I needed to check. I think completely random. I saw, what was it? Yeah, copies of, I'm seeing hit or miss. Maybe this is older, I don't know. Copies of Pokemon Emerald, like the actual physical game, are apparently going for like $150 plus right now. Which is nuts. Like, Seeing all these like bids on them and everything. And I believe I've got a copy sitting around somewhere. So if you're hanging around on a bunch of copies of Pokemon Emerald, they're going through the roof. Like I moved pretty much all my game playing to what's it called, emulators now. So yep. See if we can get that elusive turn 1 shadow. Nope. Nope. Endurance is Zusa. We're taking endurance. No. Yep. All right, no more lands is nice. Turn 2 double 5/5 shadow. Saga's pretty good. We have an endurance, second copy of endurance. Yep. Got it. Love the blocks. All right. Might get punished for taking out the basic swamp with this Turok here. Maybe not. Construct, yep. Block a shadow. Yeah, I gotta play this out. They make a construct and find another blocker that I need 6 to get through for lethal. But I guess technically Tarmogoyf would grow 1 for the saga, 2 for the land. Oh man. So it'd be a 6 anyway. So probably fine. Let's see if we can find that copy of Emerald sitting around over here. And voila. $150. You'll love to see it. All right, match number 2. What do we got? Azja. Last seen 17 days ago on Grixis Death's Shadow. Okay. Gigantha could in fact mean Grixis Shadow. They've got removal spell for the Ragavan, and this is going to be, yeah, pretty bad. Okay. Less bad. I guess I could still have Drown in the Lock. Okay. Got the Unholy Heat. Yep. Bolt me. Why are you bolting me there? Croxa. Yep. So I really need to find like a shadow off the top. Shadow, second Liliana. Answer to a Dragon's Rage Channeler. Don't think it's going to matter too much. So even if I find an answer to the channeler, he just has buy back the Croxa again. For that. Yep. Alright. Terminates, K commands, purses. These, put out some wraiths, some battle rages, some hand disruption. I still like Turok in the mirror. Some people don't, but I think it's pretty solid. Like one wraith. Couple stubborn denial. Between like expressive iteration, drown in the lock, terminate, a command. They got a bunch of relevant stuff to hit. Dude, people are paying $150 for the Emerald stuff, just like the box and the inserts and everything. No game. Why? No idea. But yeah. 7 bids, 152. Box and inserts and manual only. No game. Alright then. Alright. So this is pretty decent. We'll keep this and just ditch the Turok. Or do I want to ditch the Thoughtseize? Probably just ditch the Thoughtseize, honestly. Keep like all the spells that do something. Get Steam Vents, get down Ragavan. Overgrown Tomb. Rin. Got Bloodstained Mire. Play Liliana. This is like the fun Jund mid-range side of this deck, where you just get to like power over some of these other decks with just planeswalker value. Doesn't always work, but when it does, it's fun. Play a Shadow, sure. Let's go Edict the Shadow. Pick up the Wrenn. Pick the Turok. There you go. And this is where Wrenn looks like a complete all-star. Like, never drawing the third land, but getting to keep hitting land drops. Discard a Terminate. How do I want to do this? I can EE on 2, but that blows up Wrenn and Turok. I can EE on 1, take out the Shadow. I think that's probably best. E on 1. Take out the Shadow. Edict the Shredder. Pick up on a land. Dash the Monkey. Shadow. Go. Roxa in the bin. Well, that was nasty. Obviously, that's not going to be an every game kind of thing, but when it works, it's pretty nice. I'd rather have Flusterstorm over Stubborn Denial. Oh, on the draw, maybe I want all of them. I kind of want Mystical Dispute on the draw. Like Mystical Dispute being able to tag Ledger Shredder. It's pretty nice. Looks a lot better if they don't have a Ragavan. Yep. Remember all those times I've said I think this is the most warping card in current Modern? Yeah. Showcasing that right here. game snowballs so ridiculously much if you've got a Ragavan and your opponent doesn't have an answer. Ren and 6 off the top. Almost. I would love to hit one more land here. Do I think that my opponent has got a drown in the lock? I don't think I really have like a play against it if they do, so. Would you want to leave Blood Crypt untapped in case you want to pivot and cast Voidwalker? I don't think so. I don't think there's a chance I really want to pivot into Voidwalker here. Like, I think at worst I'm pivoting to Shadow. Yeah, and bluff and stub a little bit, but I don't think that's too high up on the priority list. Does nothing. Like, I think they're just sitting on some number of shadows and maybe like an unholy heat, but they don't have delirium for it. That's kind of my current read. Unlock for Goyf. Unlock to counter the. And they unholy heat the Goyf. Okay. hit the Channeler and the Ragavan in case they have like a K command. Ragavan's reasonable. Shadow. I kind of want to just sit on this treasure token to be able to play another Shadow next turn. Or to be able to kick Turok next turn, I mean. Yeah, the last one was a little rough. This league, we're 1-0 right now. We beat Amulet Titan round 1. This is match 2 against Grixis. Expressive iteration. Okay. Game 1, they kind of ran us over on the play with the Ragavan. Game 2, we ran them over with Ren into Liliana. And then Game 3's been pretty slow. I think we've got the edge right now. Pretty positive we've got the edge right now. But obviously in these mirrors, that can change pretty quickly. They had a Ragavan go unanswered, but then we found like Mystical Dispute for their turn 2 iteration into EE for a Ragavan and a Dragon's Rage Channeler. So they put an exile. Alright. That'll let me kick Turok and hold or play Ragavan. You get kind of everything out on the table here. If they want to drown, they have to like fetch, shock, use this. I kind of know like right where their life total is going to be. Spell Pierce, Ledger Shredder. Okay. And let's just pass here. The last card's Gigantha. They're going to have to lose a little bit of life if they want to play it out. Crack the Islet instead. Okay. Keep an eye on their card types as well. So they don't get me with like an Unholy Heat right here. Spawn to this. I can't let them resolve the expressive iteration first, because if they do get an Unholy Heat, then they just get to put it straight to exile. Then I'm just stuck in like this Or they can put an Unholy Heat to hand, and I'm stuck in a holding pattern with Unlicensed Hearse, because as soon as I go to activate it, they can cast a Heat. I'm kind of hoping that they're going to want to trade Shadow plus Heat for my Shadow. That's just like more cards I get out of hand. I'm pretty happy with it. Everybody's got plenty of time, so no rush. I have to assume this is a an Unholy Heat in hand. I don't think there's anything else you would just like stall on. Like, I know they've got Gigantha. Now there are two of them. This is getting out of hand. I'm just blocking with Turok. No, because if I block with Turok, then they just get creature in the yard. Unholy Heat. I can just block with Ragavan. Is that lethal? Block with Ragavan. If my read is that they have exactly Unholy Heat. Block with Ragavan, untap. Play a Dothy, crew the hearse, attack out. Let's make sure I'm not missing anything. If it's Lightning Bolt, they're still dead, right? Because their options are Lightning Bolt themselves. All right, so if I play out Shadow, crew the hearse with the Shadow, and attack with all three. If they block Shadow on Shadow, this is 10, they die. They have to have a removal spell. If the removal spell is Lightning Bolt on the Turok, they take 6, I bolt them, they die. If they... Unholy Heat doesn't do anything there. If they bolt themselves, then they've got 3 attackers coming through. They die. So yeah. Is my Unholy Heat read correct? Do they have the Lightning Bolt? So it was Lightning Bolt. Okay. That's fine. You die. Ooh, good games. Super good games. So if my read was Unholy Heat, then I would have died there. Because I would have played around Unholy Heat, but because the read was Lightning Bolt, or that it could be Lightning Bolt, we survived. Shadow Nub never beat Shadow Master. Nah, I would not say that at all. I've beaten a couple Shadow Masters. Last God, what's up? Currently playing some 4-color Shadow. 2-0. Beat Amulet Titan, beat Grixis Shadow. So, my man was going to get absolutely dumpstered by Vapor Snag there. You have no idea how accurate that is. And it's fine. You happen to have been a fan of wrestling growing up? Not particularly. Like, I've never had a problem with wrestling, but I've never really gone around and been like, oh, wrestling. My night is not as cool. Uh-oh. Is what I said? Was I supposed to say wrestling is amazing and everybody should be big wrestling fans? I think I'm just gonna ditch this Thoughtseize. Just because I'm not a huge wrestling fanatic doesn't mean you can't be a huge wrestling fanatic. Randomly ran into a former pro wrestler. Who'd you run into? Like, just because I'm not a huge wrestling fan doesn't mean I don't know something about wrestlers. But Matt Hardy? I do know Matt Hardy. I know who he is. I don't hang out with him on the weekends. So let's go Stomping Ground. Bolt you. A little bad. Position you. Alright. I'm going to take a dude, I think. Am I going to take a dude? No. Charm. I feel like the damage is going to be pretty close to the same. Should have taken a dude. Or Battle Rage on top. Should have taken a dude. Alright, opponent. Draw dead. One time. Oh, man. Please have drawn dead. If you draw dead and give me this shadow. Ooh. Okay. I don't know why they conceded there, but I'm about it. I'm about it. Seems like unless you're just like reading me as having a counter spell there since I'm playing blue. Or maybe if they just drew 2 lands and they think I've got like a removal spell and can make it a 2-turn clock. maybe. But they did rob us of a TBR kill. Request address and postal code. I really don't like Dolphy in the matchup. It's a TBR kill in our hearts. We need like a TBR kill asterisk option. Okay. We'll die to ensnaring bridge with honor. Resolves. Sure. So much Goblin Guide. Trigger number 1. Free real estate. Nice. Kill one of these. Position of Kozilek. Seems like a reasonable magic card to draw into. You or me. Okay. Collecting Palm, Boros Charm, Skull Crack. Let's take a Boros Charm. Big sad for not playing Watery Grave in this list. But we're at Rift Bolt. See what you're drawing into. Nice. Nice. Carry on. Nice. Not nice. Skull Crack, Deflecting Palm. We've got a Lethal Battle Rage Shadow. Nice. Opponent, how are you dead? Let me count the ways. Not nice. That's a TBR kill. Kill. Alright. 3-0.
I guess we all have future pants. Their pants
Here.
are going to wear tomorrow. And the next day.
My umpiring, you're out.
And the day after that.
Thankfully, the burn matchup gets a whole lot better when you've got access to the card Stubborn Denial.
And the day after that.
That was clean, very sexy indeed. Much sexy. Very ooh. I appreciate them trying to bluff. Like, just imagine it in paper. Like, yeah, I'm gonna tap my red and die. Ah. Bet you didn't see that one coming. Montero, I think you have to put like the full exclamation deck. I don't know. Maybe Stream Decker's just down. Let's check. All right, now let's get it. Stream Decker just left the chat.
I guess we all have
Bam.
future pants. Their pants were going to work
Anonymous.
and the next day,
What you got, Anonymous?
and the day after that.
Yeah, no problem. These are magic cards. Opponent has revealed Giganta the Wellspring. So I kind of assume it's going to be some sort of a shadow mirror. Ragioli. Yep. Alright. What do we got on top? Street Wraith. I'll take a Street Wraith.
And the day after that.
Bloodstained Mire. Don't think I'll take a Bloodstained Mire. Do I want to get a Shadow down? Not particularly. Say go. See if maybe our opponent gives us a chance to like edict a what's it called? Ledger Shredder. My God, how does he do it? Broxa. Kind of rude. Got it. I got it. You don't got it. I got it again. Polluted Delta. Okay. Okay. So I could go dash Ragavan in. Probably reasonable, right? They want to trade off Ragavan for one of these dudes. I'm pretty okay with that. Yep. Now, let's go play out Shadow right now. So 5/5, no 4/4. Want to cycle Street Wraith and try to 6/6. Go play you. Pick up you. The Ren. Say go. They Croxa. Get Liliana. I edict something out of them. Never mind. Okay. Double Unholy Heat. Add bit rough. Head to Croxa. Okay. You want terminates. Command Hearst and E. On the play. All right, double heat there was rough. No red mana. All right. Throwing back the Shadow, I think. Nice. Pop the bauble on your main phase. Benefit. There's no benefit. Yeah. Okay. Gotta take the hearse. Or else I just get to like play it, exile some things, hit you with Ren. Or hit Chandler with Ren. Yeah. Am I trading Ragavan and Ren Ping for Chandler? Probably not. Right? I don't have to. Well, I guess he's going to attack Ren next turn if I don't, so yeah, I might as well. dun, dun. Another one bites the dust. And another one down. Play this out on one. Stop some shadows for a second. I said we'll stop some shadows for a second. This just means he has like more shadows in hand. That's what I should read this as, right? Yeah. I say if he attacks at me, I'll just let it go. Sure. Not have another shadow. Got a Liliana of the Veil. I guess. Where the other? We're getting that last card out of hand. Alright. Top deck war. Doesn't add Giganta. Doesn't add Giganta, doesn't crack Bobble. It's Ragavan. Okay. Got a Stubborn Denial. Why did I not play out the land? The Royal Scions? Oh, man. Dashes, ticks up on the monkey to kill the lily. That's hot. That's hot. Whoa, indeed. Go first strike and trample. Scion's just backed the Budweiser truck up on us. You're not wrong. No, opponent, you should have ticked up and drew and discarded that and just got it back here. You knew that Ragavan was my last card. There's nothing I'm doing against Ragavan or Croaks on board, Ragavan in hand, and Royal Scions. Guess technically it depends on what he does. If he just gets back Croaks, or no, he can dash Ragavan and get back Croaks, if he just like escapes Ragavan or escapes Croxa and then just plays Ragavan, then I have the out of just like drawing another bolt. Assuming his last card's not another land. Oh, but if it's another land, he can't fetch and shock to dash Ragavan. So I think opponent just like gave me a chance here. If I just top deck another bolt. Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt one time. Give us the win we don't deserve. Lightning bolt one time. Survey says. Dang. How far away was the lightning bolt? 2 cards. Oh, man. Royal Scions. Not one I had on the top 75 of my radar. That was spicy there. Like, Scions taking up on the Ragavan. Kill the Liliana. Only we had a Royal Scions. Well, we're scrubs. We need to play like a Planeswalker Shadow list with just like 1 Rin, 1 Kaido, 1 Royal Scions, 1 Liliana. Maybe a Liliana the Last Hope. A Flip Jace. Like, go down the list. Scion synergy seems slightly underplayed in the Monkey Ragavan Bird decks. I mean, Kaido is like Scions, but you get to just draw the card and not have to discard, and then you also get to make a dude. So I feel like for the most part, Kaido is just like power crept Scions. Alright. Reveal with another shadow. It's gonna get Steam Vent. No. I need double black for Liliana. Do I have to get Blood Crit? kill this. Play Liliana on curve. Push damage a little differently, but maybe Kaido's just better. I mean, I think for the most part, Kaido's probably a little better. Where if you discard a Croxa... Don't main phase crack your bauble. Don't do it. No benefit. Other Shredder. Shredder's the better card. Or Iteration's the better card, but I'm going to take the Shredder so I can try to get like the clean Liliana Edict on this Shredder. Obviously, plan goes to hell if they just like find a Ragavan or a Dragon's Rage Channeler off this, but... Or Shadow. Thoughtseize. Yuck. Are you ditching Unholy Heat? Unless they drew a second copy. I found like a Drown in the Lock. Armagoyf good enough for me here. I feel like not. Like, I just need to find an answer to this Shredder. Okay. This is definitely the kind of opening hand that makes these Ledger Shredder decks look unbeatable. Or these variations of Shadow. Just having like turn 1 Ragavan into turn 2 Shredder plus Bobble into like backup Shredder iteration. Yeah, what do you think of that? No attack. Let's take... Eat. Trying to like backdoor our way into a Battle Rage kill. Alright. They know about this stomping ground in my hand. Is that a slow roll? You guys, you. Word out some of you. Get this foo and get the 4-1. Hopefully. Good enough. It has been a good league. It is kind of funny to be like playing this deck with like stubborn denial to try to gear for the unfair stuff, and then just seeing like triple Grixis Shadow, which I feel like I rarely see Shadow in leagues. So to see 3 copies in like 4 matches is kind of funny. Take my EE, which makes me think Ledger Shredder. I gotta take the free expressive iteration, right? Like, as good as Liliana is, especially Liliana, like, ahead of curve. Expressive iteration's just, like, value. Alright, so if this is Ledger Shredder, then we get to untap, land Liliana, Edict the Shredder, attack with Ragavan, play Shadow. Like, why are you cracking this bauble right now? Doing no good for you. Or we can do that. Probably better. Blood Crypt. Liliana. Edict you. Exile. Scalding Tarn. Alright. Shadow off the top for them. Something they didn't like. So this can get breeding pool if I want want a little extra damage to myself. Two creatures. All right. I believe their last card is this Steam Vents. I don't think this was. Let's see. Let's say last turn they played Scalding Tarn. Yeah, they bobbled and then cracked Scalding Tarn and then bobbled, cracked Scalding Tarn again. They're just like banking on an Unholy Heat. Okay. On to game number 3. Anything I want to change up? Mystical Disputes better on the draw. Don't think so. Just gonna run it back. Not great, but it's not bad enough to throw back. I'm gonna have to go like stomping, or not stomping around, Blood Crypt, Overgrown Tomb. I guess I could just play out the Ragavan. Play out the Ragavan. I want to get down Dolphy. Or I want to just get Ragavan Bolt. Cycle Street Wraith and see what I hit. think I just want a Ragavan Bolt. Get like a stomping ground here. I can get basic Swamp Dolphy if I need to. Maybe I'm supposed to dash, but I know if they crack this mire like that, I'm killing this channeler so they don't get another surveil. No shocks and no shadow in hand. Want to be nice and just add Giganta? A command. Kill me, make me, hit me, make me discard. A little underwhelming, but all right, Dolphy. Man, it's been a little awkward this game. I just have to give myself the chance at drawing into another blue source. So, okay. Seems like we've been playing out a bit with 4 Bobble, 4 Wraith, and a Rin. Can we cut a land or two? It's like every time I try cutting a land, going down to like 17, 18, I just find myself with so many one-landers that never see a second. Like, theoretically, it should be right that you can cut a land or two there. But it just never works out in practice for me. About a Liliana the Veil off the top. Shadow. Play 18 and have a hard time not cutting more. Yeah, that's where, like, the difference in experience comes up so much. Like, my experience has been that I just keep getting mana screwed every time I have less lands. And then if I run 19 or 20, I flood out horrifically. There's just been, like, no in-between whatsoever. Alright, it's pretty easy free dash monkey for them, because if I kill it, then they just get to escape Kroxa. I'm just going to make sure they dash it and point it at me and not at Ren. But yeah, like, I would love to run 17 lands. It just never gets there for me. Which is weird because, like, I run 17 in, like, older Grixis Shadow lists and feel like I flood out all the time. And the only difference is, like, Thought Scour. But that's how it goes sometimes. What do we think of 4-color? Our 2 losses were both to Grixis Shadow, which is going to be a rough one when they're top decking like expressive iterations and Croxas and stuff. Which we can always adjust the mana base to include Croxa. It's not a big tweak. Like, Breeding Pool is the only thing that doesn't help cast it. You can swap that out for a Watery Grave and run Croxa pretty fine. But I don't think that's going to be enough of a change to really up the percentage in that matchup. It's mainly just they have way more 2-for-1s than we have. But again, that's not like the goal of this variation. We're not trying to play a mid-range long game. We're trying to get our opponent unalive quicker. Maybe we should lean more into that post board, like keep in the street raids. Since we're not worried about them bolting us out, then maybe just being more, what's the word for it? Not loose, but like less reserved with our life total. Just kind of try to swing in, pop our opponent a couple times in the game.